Hey girls, are you someone that travels for work, or do you know someone who travels for work? Fantastic. I am starting a wellness concierge service, if you will, out of Jen Whitmore Training. This brand new service is for you and all of the people that you know who are healthy and tend to lose track of your food and exercise routines while you're traveling. We're all busy and we have lots of appointments when we travel. And there's a whole lot of downtime and waiting and unfamiliarity about where we are. So the Wellness Concierge service is going to help you. We are going to take your challenges and make them so convenient. We'll tell you where to eat, according to where you're flying and where you're staying, and we'll plan out your exercises for you based on your own personal profile. Now, it's all up to you. Are you going to let me help you make your challenges conveniences? You can sign up at www.jenwhitmoretraining.com/beta testing. Welcome to Adventuring the Girl Life, where we believe life for every girl should be well lived. Each week, we'll explore tips and techniques to add more adventure to your world, from fitness and self-care to career building and fulfillment, in even the most mundane parts of life. So buckle up. I'm your host, Jen Whitmore, certified personal trainer, mom of 2, lover of the Cadbury chocolate eggs, and your new partner in adventure. Hey, welcome back to the podcast, girls. Today, we are diving right in with 6 simple exercises that you can do while you travel. Now, why are these going to be the most simple? Well, number 1, because all you need is your body. These exercises can be completely done with body weight only, no equipment necessary, and the space that you're standing in. Last time I checked, we don't ever forget our own body when we travel. So therefore, we shouldn't have any trouble completing our exercises. You can do these exercises whether you're in your hotel room or whether you have a layover and you're sitting at the airport. Now let's pause right there for a minute. Some of us are thinking, I don't have the time for exercises, but yet we have an hour to 3-hour layovers in the airport. Now, we can do exercises in the comfort of our hotel where no one is watching us, but when we're short on time, we need to compromise a little bit. So I am going to explain to you these 6 exercises because you can do them in the middle of your layover at the airport just as well as you can do them in the comforts of your own hotel room by yourself. Either way, you can get these exercises accomplished, and they're going to hit your whole body. So even if you're short on time or you're short on equipment, you can hit your exercises no matter what. When we travel, we don't have the equipment that we're used to. We usually don't have the availability to find it either. The hotel gyms are lacking. We don't have time to go down the street. And we can't, of course, carry it with us because, hello, weight limit, anybody? Yeah, we don't need to be charged any more for our bags than absolutely necessary. Am I right? So, all of these exercises that we're going to be talking about today absolutely require nothing more than you. And the last time I checked, you don't ever forget yourself. Am I right? Okay, let's dive right in. Before we start talking about all of the exercises, we have to understand our muscle groups. Now, I'm going to try to explain everything to you if you're 5 years old. Okay, some of us are very experienced when it comes to muscles, muscle groups, and exercises, and some of us aren't. So I don't mean to explain things to you that you already understand, but let's be gracious to each other and understand that others are not as experienced as some of us when it comes to exercising and muscle groups. Okay, there are 11 major muscle groups in your body. You have the quads, which are your muscles that are on the front of your thighs. You have your hamstrings, the muscles on the back of your thighs. Your calves, of course, that's the back side of your lower leg. Your chest, for girls, we know where these are. They're your pectoral muscles right behind your boobs. Okay, moving on. Our back, of course, back side of the body, shoulders, top of your arms, triceps. These are the muscles on the back side of your arms. Biceps, muscles on the front side of your arms. Forearms, obviously we know what that is. Your traps are going to be the muscles that are your upper back, right across the back side of your shoulders. And of course, your abdominals. And your abdominals are in your middle, where your core. With these 6 exercises, we are going to hit all of your major muscle groups. And I will explain the best possible way that I can all of the muscles that each of these exercises hit. You'll be able to complete all 6 of these exercises, like I said before, anywhere that you are. You just need a little bit of space for basically your body. First of all, if you do not understand any of these exercises, there are plenty of videos out there. Not only will the videos show you what you're supposed to be doing, they'll also give you the proper form to do it. So don't be afraid to go and seek these things out. We don't want anyone hurting themselves in the middle of the airport doing their exercises. Okay, number 1, squats. When you squat, you are activating so many muscles. This is why this is such a great exercise, because you target so many different muscles with just one movement. We are hitting the quads, again, muscles on the front of your thighs, your glutes, this is your behind, your abdominals, your hamstrings, your calves, your spine, and your abductors, which are the muscles on the interior side of your legs. Number 2, plank. The plank hits so many muscles you would not even think about. They even hit muscles that are in your neck. So let's start here. Planking obviously works your abdominals. This is the major muscle that we're hitting when we plank. But it also works your triceps, your serratus anterior, which is on the side of your body. It is a part of your core. It even hits your feet because the underside of your feet are being stretched because your feet are flexed in that plank position. Your quads, your hip flexors, which are the muscles that run from your hip bone down the front of your thighs. Your multifidus spinae, okay, so this is the muscle that runs all the way down your backside. Your pelvic floor muscles, girls, I don't need to explain this one to you. You know what your pelvic floor muscles are, and you should be working them on a regular basis, especially if you've just birthed a child. Number 3, push-ups. There are so many variations in push-ups that you shouldn't have any problems with accomplishing them. I know sometimes people are like, well, Jen, I don't really have the strength to do a push-up. That's okay. There are so many variations in push-ups. You can do a regular push-up. You can do a push-up with your knees on the floor to give you a little bit more stability. You can also do push-ups leaning against a wall if you don't want to get on the floor. And the muscles that we hit with push-ups are biceps, triceps, and your abdominals. Okay, moving on to number 4, your core. These are your abdominals, and we have lots of different muscles that make up your core. And we can work these muscles with either crunches or bicycles, which is also another core exercise. Or if we sit on the edge of a seat, for example, if we're in the airport, there's plenty of seats. If you move your behind all the way to the edge of the seat, and all you do is hold on to the arm rails while you lift your legs up and down, This is working your core. So not only are you working your abdominals here when you do these exercises, you're also working your quads. So do you see, even through the fourth exercise, how we are hitting so many muscle groups just in these simple 4 exercises? Okay, number 5, the pike press. I'm going to explain this one the best way that I know how. Obviously, you can just Google it, but the pike press actually hits our deltoids, which are, the best way to explain these are like the round part of your shoulders and your triceps, backside of your arm. So the pike press, if you can imagine yourself in the downward dog yoga position, you are now going to combine the downward dog with a push-up. Okay. Now you can understand how it works your deltoids and your triceps. The pike press is a fantastic shoulder exercise. Number 6, the glute bridge. Now I understand if you don't want to lay down on the floor, but just for the sake of working one more muscle group, if you lay down on the floor, you lift your knees into the bent position, and then you push into your feet and lift your butt like a bridge. This is called the glute bridge. You are working the muscles in your fanny. You're also working your hamstrings and your spine. So out of all 6 of these exercises, do you see how many muscle groups that we hit? Not only have we hit all of these major muscle groups just in these simple 6 exercises, we've also hit so many minor muscle groups. We didn't even think about these, did we? You have so many more minor muscles that make up these large muscle groups that work in combination with these major muscle groups. You're working your whole body. Okay, girls, I have got 2 bonus exercises for you. 2 bonus exercises will hit a few more muscle groups and will get you heart healthy. Okay, number 1 bonus is the side lunge. Stand with your feet shoulder width apart, just like you're going to squat. But now you're going to lunge out to the side. You pick up one leg and you place it down further out and you lunge into that extended leg. You push off that leg, stand straight back up into your standing position. You're working your glutes, your hamstrings, your quads, but now we've added your abductor and your adductor muscles. These are the muscles that are on the insides and the outsides of your thighs. And trust me, they're very, very important. You need them. You need that hip strength. Because we all know what happens when we get older and our hips fail us. We need to continually work on our hip strength. You girls have heard me talk about lots of times about the problems that I had with my left hip. I am continually strengthening that left hip all the time. And let me just tell you how much it has improved. And it's taken over a year to do so. So that's something that we need to continually practice is hip strengthening exercises. Okay, bonus number 2. Here we go, cardio. Now, what in the world are we going to do for cardio standing in an airport or in a hotel room? It's not like we have a treadmill or a running track that we can get on or even a spin bike. Again, this is body weight exercising. No equipment needed. You can do mountain climbers, which can be done either starting from a push-up position or if you put your hands like on the side of a chair. And then you're basically going to run your feet back and forth in place. These are what mountain climbers are. You're trying to tuck your knees as far inward to your core or your elbows that you can. Joggers, stand in place and jog. Knee highs. This is where we stand in place and we lift our knees as high as we can in place, almost like we're marching, but we're doing it at a higher speed. Lastly, jumping jacks. We all know what these are. You've been doing them since you were in the 3rd grade. These are fantastic cardio options when you don't have a lot of space, because the only space that you need is basically where you're standing. Now, as long as you're not worried about embarrassing yourself and you really care about your exercising while traveling, you can accomplish all of these no matter where you are in your trip. Now, to keep your exercise regimen going while traveling, and of course, before we go, we must do our weekly crown and flop. Okay, so a few weeks ago, I was trying to get prepared for spring. I was looking for a pair of black sandals, like high-heeled sandals. And when I was at the store, I came across these super cute, strappy, black-heeled sandals. And I also came across these wedges that looked so beachy. They're like that light tan color and blue and white striped, and they're so cute. And I tried them both on. I'm like, oh, they're both so cute. I have to have them. So I bought them both. And now that I have worn both of them, I have like a raw spot on the back of my foot and a raw spot on the bottom pad of my foot. Both of them hurt my feet and literally attacked me, apparently. So, big fail for the week is crappy shoes. I'm super sad about my new purchases, that they were so crappy. So now I have to figure out if I'm going to be able to take them back, or if I can, like put pads or something in them to make them more comfortable. I don't know. But it was seriously disappointing. How many of you love to come home with these like fancy new shoes and then they suck? Oh, so disappointing. Okay, crowning moment of the week. I had to put my big girl panties on and go to this networking event. I had found it like a month ago, and I finally like signed up and made the effort to schedule it, on the calendar with Alan so that he could be home to keep the kids so that I could go. And like 2 hours before the event, my like nerves started to kick in. Like, what if the event sucks? Like, what if I drive all the way to Norfolk for nothing? And now that's such a waste of gas. And what if I don't meet anybody? And what if no one likes me? And it's just all of this crazy, insane ping pong brain that you go through when you're doing something new that's uncomfortable, that's out of your comfort zone. And I finally said to myself, you're going whether it's bad or not. And I went, and it was amazing. I met so many new people, and I learned more info, new info for business purposes. And it was just so much fun. It was great. And I can't wait to go back next month. And so that is the crowning moment and the lesson learned, that even though it might not be awesome or you're afraid to do it, you #go afraid and do it anyway. And it was so much fun. So anytime that you girls get a chance to go to things like this and network with other women who are interested in the same things that you are, go and do it. Go and do it. It's so much fun. Okay, girls, that is it for this week's episode. I hope that you have enjoyed all of the information that we have sent. Do your exercises while traveling. Be good to yourself. Keep on your routine. And until next week, girls, adventure on!